Hello students, a very good morning. So students, in last class we were discussing the numerical problem and conceptual problem based on the topic and chapter that is elasticity. So some numerical problems we have discussed in last class. So let's continue to solve the numericals on the chapter today also. So here first again the question I will take here for this one is a mass of one thing. Okay, a mass of 100 gram is attached to the end of a rubber string that has length 49 centimeter long and having an area of cross section 20 mm square. So the string is reeled round horizontally at a constant speed of 40 rps in a circle of radius 51 centimeter. Then find out the Young's modulus for the here rubber. So now in this question, first of all it is given that we have attached a mass to the one end of the rubber string. So the rubber string has the length that is 49 centimeter and mass now attached is m is equal to here this is 100 gram and string has length this is 49 centimeter. First two information we have written this one. Now cross sectional area is also given. Cross sectional area A is given 20 here, that is mm square. So mm square let me change it into the centimeter square now, or also you can convert it into the meter square, that is totally depending on you. So if in centimeter square we will just convert it into this one 10 power minus 2 centimeter square. Now next one after this it is given that we have just started to reel round the just like this is mass attached to this spring and we have started to reel round this one. Then that time the spring obviously this whole system will start to do the circular motion. So then in the circular motion there will be the extension in the wire that will be produced, and after extension it has given that the wire is doing the circular motion on the by using the radius 51 centimeter. It means our wire has elongated already by the 2 centimeter. So we can easily calculate the elongation in the wire, that is 51 minus 49. This is obviously 2 centimeter we have. So this one information again we have given. Now one more information is given. The wire is reeling round now at the rate of 40 that is revolution per second, means frequency is given. So we can calculate now by using these data. First of all the force that is here stretching the wire, and that force is obviously centripetal force that is stretching the wire here, or you can say in against the centripetal force there is the centripetal force, and that has value F is equal to mr omega square. Now M has value that is from here you can use this is 100 gram. Now R you can use by the area of the string easily. Now let's use R from here, and then our R is already given, that is 51 centimeter exactly. On that one radius it is moving, and next one omega is can be calculated by 2 pi whole square. So it means 100 into 41 into from here if you are 2 into pi that is 3.14 and 40 that you will write down and you can solve, you can find out the value of F now. After this whole of the things, the question we have, that is what is the Young modulus of the rubber. So as we know Young modulus is equal to stress upon strain, and stress is force per unit area. Strain is here, that is change in length upon original length. So now also we can write this equation as FL upon A delta L. So F has value this one, that is 100 into from here this is 41. Exactly this should be 51 not 41. Let me just write it. This is 51 and into 2 into 10 3.14 into 40 whole square. Now L has value, this is original length of the wire 49 centimeter, and next one area of cross section is given 20 into not 10 power minus 2, and the next thing is given to us, this is delta L we have calculated, that is 2 centimeter. So you can calculate it by putting all the values, and you will obtain after calculation this whole value is obtained as 3.95 into 10 to the power 9 Newton per meter square. The first reading you will get, or after calculation convert it into the terms of Newton per meter square. This is our answer. So here this kind of question can be asked also, like related with the circular motion of the wire. So the previous example, it will be always utilized in this chapter or in all the chapters in the physics. So you have to keep all the topics in your mind also, even you have read that in term 1. The next question after this, here this is a spherical ball contracts in volume by 0.01% when subjected to a normal uniform pressure of 100 atmosphere. So it is given that the pressure applied to change the volume is 100 atmosphere. Now there is the change in volume, this is by 0.1% it is reduced, changed. Here that is contracted, it means that it is reduced by this one. So we have to find out the bulk modulus for the material of the wire here or the material here, that what will be the bulk modulus. So as you know, the bulk modulus is calculated by V is equal to pressure upon change in volume to the original volume. So if change in volume to the original volume is delta V upon V, you can write also. Now here one more information is given to us, that is how the volume is contracted. So it means that the change in volume to the original volume, this is given to us, that is now here 0.01%. So its value is 0.01 upon 100, and if you will solve it again, you can again remove the point, or you can leave it just like. You can put it directly here, this V you can write here and you can put down. The pressure here, it is given 100 atmosphere. So you have to convert 1 atmosphere into, first of all, dyne per centimeter square you can use, or Newton per meter square, whatever you can use. So let us suppose here Newton per meter square I am going to use. For that one, as we know, this is 1 atmosphere is equal to 0.76 meter of pressure of the mercury column. So that is again calculated by H rho g. It means that 0.76 is H. Rho is now 13.6 into 10 to the power 3, and G is 9.8 from here. And next one, after this the V has value 0.01 upon 100. So that can be written here now. And finally, if you will solve this whole of the equation, bulk modulus can be easily calculated from here. That is obtained as 1.013 into 10 to the power 11 per Newton per meter. So this is the answer for our question now. Now again, after that the next question, let's see here, that is given here, 2 wires of equal length and cross section are suspended as shown in figure. So one of the figure is given to us here. This is a rigid support from where 2 wires are suspended, and these are again connected with the same mass here in this way. So this is our figure here. This should be just identical here. Now the properties of the first wire is given. It has length L, area A, and Young's modulus is Y1. The second one has also length L, area A, and Young's modulus is Y2. It is given here. Now question, let's see, this is the Young's modulus Y1 and Y2 are given here exactly. So Y1 and Y2, this has value. The Y1 has value, it is 2 into 10 to the power 11 Pascal. Y2 is given now 0.9 into 10 to the power 11 Pascal. These two values are given. Next one thing, what will be the equivalent Young's modulus of the combination? So we have to find out what will be here equivalent Young's modulus for this whole combination. So as we can see, first of all, these 2 wires that are here, that are connected by some using some other means at both ends, means one end of the wire is connected to this end by this rod or rigid support, other end of the wire is connected to this wire by another support. It means they are connected in parallel combination. So now as you know, whenever 2 wires are connected end to end, that is called series combination, and if both are connected at both ends, then that is known as parallel combination. So for the series combination, as spring just constantly you know F is equal to Kx, or F is directly proportional to the extension created. So here if suppose in the both wires extensions created are delta L, because both wire has same length, same area, cross sectional area, they will undergo to the same extension also. So let us suppose that delta L extension is created here as well as here also. So the spring constant that can be written as here, that is F into F upon just delta L. Or also if sometimes if these extensions will be different, like for the different cases, suppose the wire's length that is changing or other factors are changing, then for that case also we can use this concept. Now next thing, as you know K is equal to F upon delta L, this can also written by using Young's modulus formula, and as Young's modulus formula you know Y is equal to F by A upon delta L upon L. From here F by delta L you can calculate, so that value is obtained as YA upon L from here. So as we don't have knowledge about this one case, so we can just write down the cases that we know here, because for the wire this information is given. So we don't know exactly the extensions will be same or not. So if suppose here I am not going to take the extension as same, then we can convert this equation in this way that the information is given. So we can calculate K1 from here, we can calculate K2 from here. So K1 will be equal to obviously Y1 A upon L, K2 will be Y2 A by L. So let's write down K equivalent from here. So this will be Y1 A by L plus Y2 A by L from here, because both wire has the same length. Now K equivalent, that is if we are considering these two wires in as a single wire. So if suppose that single wire has the equivalent Young's modulus Y equivalent, and area will be obviously same, length will be same. So from here you can see here one thing, length will be same, but area exactly this section will not be same. So first as you can see these two wires are parallel, so both are connected to both ends, and their area will start to be doubled, but length will be average same. Means now 2 times of the area we will have for these two wires. So now 2 times here area will be. So this is all I think clear, simple. We have used the concept of the spring constant and its equivalent value for the two strings that we have. After that we have used this in the simple formula, and then we have converted. Now A by L will be taken as common from both sides, and that will be cancelled out. We can easily calculate Y equivalent from here after solving this one. So Y equivalent will have value Y1 plus Y2 divided by 2 from here. So if the two wires are connected in parallel combination, they have all properties that is same, so they will have the value of Young's modulus, equivalent Young's modulus Y1 plus Y2 by 2 from here. Now after this one, let's take the next question here. Now the next question we have, this is a metallic cube whose each side is 10 centimeter is subjected to a shearing force of 100 kilogram force. So the top face is displaced through 0.25 centimeter with respect to the bottom. So calculate the shearing stress, strain and their modulus. Now this is the problem that is related to modulus of rigidity, because the shearing stress and strain that we are talking here. So it means that it is given that we have a metallic cube that's bottom is fixed, but upper end is subjected to some of the force, and due to that obviously upper end will be stressed, and there will be some separation, stressing is created, then that is given here 0.25 centimeter. So we have to calculate first of all strain here, stress here, strain here, and also the modulus of rigidity for this question. So let's calculate them one by one. First let's write the data that is given again. So in the data it is given the length of the here cube, that is one of the side of the cube, it is 10 centimeter, or in meter you can also convert it. Power is 2 meter we have. The next section is given, the force is given through which extremely weak one. So that is 100 kilogram force. Now let's convert it into kilogram force into the gravitational unit into just normal units, that is by multiplying it by 9.8. So this is converted into Newton. Next one thing, delta L is given change in length, that is 0.25 centimeter or 0.25 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter per second. Now the shearing stress, the first thing that we can calculate. So shearing stress, you know this is given by force per unit area from here. So as area of the cube, that will be just square of the side, and F we have, this is 100 into 9.8. Area is here, length is equal to 10 into 10 power minus 1 meter from here, so it will be 10 power minus 2 meter square. Now next one, if you will solve this whole of the question, that is 10 to the power into 10 to the power 4 Newton per meter square from here. This is now the shearing stress that is just produced in this question. Now the next concept that we can calculate, what will be the shearing strength. So as you know, the shearing strength is given by theta, and if you will calculate the tan theta, you have seen it was equal to change in length to the original length, just like we are obtaining strain in the wire case. So that is given by delta L by L, and that delta L has value 0.25 into 10 power minus 2, and L has value that is again 10 into 10 to the power minus 2. I am using this one. From here this is obtained as 0.025, its value is shearing strength. Now the third term we have to find out, that is modulus of rigidity. So as you know, the modulus of rigidity, that is ratio of stress to the strain. So if ratio of shearing stress to the shearing stress we will take, this is called as modulus of rigidity. So let's take the ratio here. So if you will take the ratio of these two, so it means you have to take the ratio of just 9.8 into 10 to the power 4 upon 0.025. Now you can solve easily by yourself to find out the answer, and answer is 3.92 into 10 to the power 6 Newton. This is answer for the question. So one by one, by using the data, simply by using the formula, you can calculate or you can solve the question. Now let's see the next problem here for the question. Now next question is here, a rubber cord has a cross-sectional area 1 mm square and total unstressed length, that is 10 centimeter. So if it is stressed to 12 centimeter and then released to project a missile of mass 5 gram. So taking Young's modulus for rubber as 5 into 10 to the power 8 Newton per meter square, find the tension in the cord and also find the velocity of projection of the projectile. So here this is just like you are playing the game at your home also. You are taking the rubber, you are just throwing something. So this is, in that case, what we are doing, we are using to change the elastic potential energy of the rubber to the kinetic energy of the side. So it means here the elastic potential energy will be converted to the kinetic potential energy, kinetic energy, and we can use that formula to calculate velocity of projection. Before that one, as we have to calculate first of all tension in the cord. So let's see first of all data that is given now. So the first thing is given, the area of cross section for the rubber cord, that is 1 mm square, and here we can convert it into the Newton per meter square. So that is 1 into 10 power minus 6 meter square from here. Now next thing is given, the unstressed length, that is capital L is given 10 centimeter, means whatever you can take, small L, capital L, that is total, means the original length have. So it means now 2 into 10 power minus 2 meter again, that is the extension we have got. After this Young's modulus is given. Young modulus is here 5 into 10 to the power 8 Newton per meter square, and also mass of the missile is given, that is projected here, that is 5 gram. Now let's use this information first of all to find out the tension, because of the tension only we can just extend the wire. So for that extension it means the tension is working just like the deforming force. So as we know, the Young modulus is given by force per unit area upon here delta L by L. So this formula you can find out. Now this F is obviously, this is deforming force and this is equal to now tension. So tension in the cord T can be calculated here in the place of F. Let's suppose right here T, that is tension. So tension is equal to from here YA delta L upon F. Now Y has value 5 into 10 to the power 8. A has value 10 power minus 6. Delta L has value from here 2 into 10 to the power minus 2, and L has value finally 10 power minus 1 from here. Now you can just use this whole of the equation to find out the tension in the string. So that is obtained as 100 Newton from here. Now after that, the second question we have, what is the velocity of projection here? So as the velocity of projection is what? That is the elastic potential energy is converted into the kinetic energy. So it means that elastic potential energy equal to kinetic energy, and kinetic energy for the missile will be half mv square, means the velocity of projection and is the mass of the sphere. And now this the elastic potential energy, that is given by any of the case you can calculate. Now it is half into extension into the load, or you can also use here half into stress into strain, whatever the things you can use now to calculate the value of the elastic potential energy. So I will use a very simple case here, that is half into extension into just tension. So it means half into tension into extension from here. This is also elastic potential energy format. 1 by 2 is cancelled out. V from here, this will be root of tension into extension upon here mass. So let's put all the values here to solve this. So here as if we will put now, the value of tension is obtained as 100 Newton. Value of extension now in our question it was given 2 centimeter, that is 0.02 meter. Now the mass is given in gram. We can change it into the C also. So 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg we have. Now we can find out the velocity easily from here. That is obtained as now finally. This velocity is obtained as 20 meter per second. So this is now the, you can see again your previous knowledge is used in this question, like when there is the change in elastic potential energy, then that can be converted into kinetic energy. So the same thing we have used in this question. So always you have to just keep your previous knowledge in your mind for units as well as for the motion, for rotational motion, for linear motion, as here the forward, also the fluid mechanics, some of the knowledge we have used there also. So I think there need not be to forget anything that you have studied, and don't think if in term 2 there is not going to be just the part what term 1, but somewhat in numerical you will be able to see the parts of term 1 also. So students, I think the numerical problems on the chapter elasticity and conceptual problem, whatever we have discussed up to now, that is very clear to you. This chapter is also, I think, clear, and there is no difficulty to solve the question and to understand the concepts of the chapter. So let's end our class and chapter here with this discussion. In next class we will start to discuss the fluid mechanics and its problem.